About a year ago, in November 2022, I found myself in the quiet embrace of an empty house, my family having ventured out, leaving me to my own devices. It was a typical evening, just me, the TV, and the endless scroll of TikTok. As I lounged on the couch, my faithful dog lounged beside me. However, the tranquility was abruptly shattered when my canine companion emitted an unusual noise, jolting me from my leisurely state. As if on cue, doors on the upper floor started closing, each resounding thud sending an unsettling shiver down my spine. My attempt to dismiss it as mere coincidence was futile. The house, once filled with the familiar hum of daily life, now settled into an eerie silence. Stricken with concern, I muted the TV, hoping to catch any sign of intrusion. Another door creaked shut, intensifying my unease. And that's when the decision to take refuge in the bathroom with my dog and a makeshift defense, a curling iron, became a desperate necessity. With a quick text to my sister, the plea for her swift return was sent. Huddled on the bathroom floor, I was acutely aware of every creak and groan within the house. The floorboards in the hallway, in particular, emitted ominous squeaks. In the company of my dog, whose own confusion mirrored my own, I was on edge. The silence was only broken by the sudden bark of my furry companion, a bark that pierced through the tension like a knife. Yet, to my bewilderment, nothing ensued. It was in this state of emotional turmoil that my sister arrived, her presence bringing both relief and trepidation. The subsequent search yielded no evidence of an intruder, leaving me with an unsettling certainty that someone, or something, had left an indelible mark on that solitary evening. As the pages of time turned, bringing us to 2024, the memory of that peculiar night continued to linger, casting a spectral shadow over my recollections. The inexplicable events of that evening remained an unsolved mystery, leaving me haunted by the question of what truly transpired during those enigmatic moments in 2022. When I was about 13, my little sister was only 8. We loved staying at our aunt and uncle's cozy house. They were always nice and caring. In a room that used to belong to my mom, there were some old dolls on the shelves. Even though they spooked me, I would sleep in that room with the TV on and ask my aunt to turn the dolls around. One warm night, my aunt wasn't feeling well, so I decided not to bother her about the dolls. My little sister joined me because a tiny bug scared her in the living room. We were watching cartoons when the curtains by the window started moving. I checked the closed windows and thought it might be the air. I dozed off, but my sister woke me up at 1:23 a.m., worried about the curtains again. I calmed her down and checked the window, finding it still closed. As I sat back on the bed, the bedroom door slammed shut, shaking a lot. The dolls' shelves shook, but none of them broke. My sister noticed something near me, but I didn't pay much attention. As I reached for the dolls, I felt a sharp pain in my neck. Panicking, I saw blood and got pushed towards the door. The room felt strange, and we yelled for our aunt and uncle. With teary eyes, I saw a tall figure with red eyes, a big cracked-tooth smile, and arms that reached the ceiling. It claimed the house was theirs and that something bad would happen to us. Our aunt and uncle woke up, hurried us home, and a week later, my uncle was told he had a big problem in his brain. After he passed away, my aunt told us she had some illness even though she never smoked. Now, at 18, I still have nightmares about that scary figure, haunted by its deep voice and creepy smile. When I was about 11 or 10, my family and I shifted to Texas from Ohio. Our new home, a 2-story townhouse, wasn't the sturdiest, but it was what we could manage. On the day we moved in, we encountered a little snag. The lights weren't cooperating, and we couldn't stay overnight. Undeterred, we tackled the issue and settled in the next morning. Afterward, some strange things started happening. Doors that were once closed suddenly swung open, and things seemed to move on their own. One night, around 10:30, I was deeply absorbed in watching YouTube. Let me describe the closet, a walk-in one, tricky to close or open fully. You had to put your whole weight into it to shut it, and getting it to latch was a bit of a puzzle. You know that satisfying click when doors close? Well, This closet had its own version of that challenge. As I relaxed, doing my usual thing, my bedroom door, which was usually partly open, abruptly slammed shut. At first, I thought maybe it was the air conditioning on, but that wouldn't have closed it completely, and the latch wouldn't have clicked on its own. To make things weirder, I stood there, grappling with the eerie feeling that someone or something lurked behind that closed door. Frightened, I sprinted out of the room in an instant. I told my parents what I witnessed, but they thought I was delusional, and I still think someone is watching us in that house.